show. We're on the air at 9 o'clock on every weekday night, taking calls about the Jazz.
Hello, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Oxford, on the panel is the one and only JFK and the legend that is Bridgeman. Evening, gents.
Evening, Oxford. Evening, Bridge.
Good evening to you two guys on the panel here. And a big good evening to all the boys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans listening all over the world. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
How are you, Bridge?
Oh, wonderful tonight. Really, really wonderful tonight.
You're going to start singing there?
No. But I'm really happy, very happy. My wife just asked me earlier today, she says, "Have you got football this weekend?" I said, "No. It's my brother's birthday tomorrow."
Oh, very happy returns.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. He's very young. He's the youngest in the family.
The baby Bridgeman.
He's a baby. So
yeah,
the chosen one.
Oh, ain't that nice, JFK?
Oh, lovely. So if you're the Bridgeman, what's his nickname?
Oh, he doesn't have. Well, I call him the chosen one.
Right,
for family reasons, you know. But he's a deputy head up in Drumchapel High School.
Oh, yeah.
He's done very well for himself. Very happy with him. Spoiled rotten.
That Kingsbridge school, that's where they sent all the teachers up there that were heads. They were all teachers that were getting bagged everywhere else, weren't they?
Oh, in Ballyarhead. Kingsbridge, top notch, pal.
Aye.
Top notch. Wee Jimmy couldn't play against them, I'll tell you.
No, they were a good team, mate.
Aye.
Never had any problems myself, JFK. Never had any problems.
You can get a fight up there all the time.
All right, there I was. St Pius was a different kettle of fish.
Oh, aye. That or St Tam's.
Well, before St Tam's was St Tam's, that used to be a Proddy school.
Aye.
It was opened. It was called Wesleyan Drive, which is what it's on. It's the street it's on.
That's right, aye.
And about 1957, 58, something like that, they changed and they put they picked certain Protestant schools and they converted to Catholic schools. And I was in a wee primary school in Mary Hill. That was one of them that got chosen. I ended up going to Denard Street. And my sister...
What school was that? Saint what?
No, just Denard Street. It used to be... but, the Spring Banquet it's gone now. The old schools. But my sister she'd only done 6 months at St Thomas Aquinas when it happened, you know. I think 6 months or a year. Then she ended up going to Waverley.
I've just had that tune come into my head there.
What's that? But no, seriously. Do you remember the old Waverley?
We could do that one night, JFK, but some of the police officers are not alive now.
I know. There's an old school up in the Great Western Road, just going along Great Western Road, before you get to Knightswood Cross on the left, going into Glasgow. And it's now an old people's home or something like that in there.
It used to be Knightswood Primary.
No, that used to be Waverley School.
And then it became Knightswood Primary.
It became Knightswood Primary, there you go.
And now that's actually where the what do you call it? The guys in Mora are playing the Bulls for it. That's for the part of the Erskine Trust.
Is that right?
Dementia unit, aye.
Well done.
All right, well, what a good plug there, JFK, smoothly in there.
Yep.
Good luck to everybody taking part. Hope the sun shines and is righteous tomorrow at Partick Bowling Club, the centre of the universe. But again, the Bowlers come head to head, raising cash for the Rangers Supporters Erskine Association. So we wish them all the best of luck. But we demand silverware this year, Bridgeman.
You will get a good bowling trophy. That's for sure tomorrow. Because I believe that the Fox is taking part.
Well, it might be, but did you hear him before the show? That was some line, wasn't it? I've got to say, JFK, he never ceases to amaze me. He's such a cool dude as your Fox. Did you hear
Go on, tell us.
I said, what'd you do today? He says, well, you know, I always do my bed on a Friday because you never know what happens on a Saturday.
Oh my God!
He's some man.
Did he say those words?
I did hear him say that later enough.
Oh my God Almighty!
They'll have wired
What a
the
shocker.
salt sheets and all that. Every Friday does it already, just in case for a Saturday.
I've just had another. No, it's not a tune, but I've had a vision there when you say that. No, do you remember the bit with Del Boy with the silk pyjamas and all that?
Oh, that's nothing on
Oh,
the
that might be
Him-
Foxy. Right,
Have you
with
seen
you.
him? He's kimono on.
He's kimono.
Oh, Foxy, you're getting a doing tonight.
It's red with 2 black dragons on it. You know, so best of luck. The boys are coming through for 5. First things first, they're playing bowls, but please, lads, stay safe. We don't want any injuries like last year. Stay safe and bring us back the cup, Bridge.
Yes, please. Yes, please. A bit of silverware, please. Put it in Foxy's mantelpiece. I'll go on Foxy's mantelpiece. Fit nicely.
Aye.
Is Fox a captain?
He's the unplaying manager.
Oh, right. Okay. Until he needs to be a subby, which might be tomorrow.
I believe he's going to try to get tapped up with another team.
All right. Okay.
Yes. But we'll see. So good luck to everybody. They raised over £8,000 last year, and they're hoping to beat that this year, GFK.
Yeah, the guys in there, Ian and his crew down there, do a fantastic job, and they have been for a while. It's the Craig McInnes Memorial Tournament, isn't it?
Correct, yeah. No longer with us, young
No longer with us yet. So, yeah, the guys, I saw some of the things on Facebook that was up for raffle tomorrow. There's a few cracking looking framed jerseys, not just Rangers jerseys, there's jerseys, etc., and other things. But great cause. Just to let you know, I've not actually got the link for it, but maybe Old School Blue can find it. There is actually you can thing the raffle online. It's a Just Giving page thing, and you can no just give it to it. On the Just Giving page, you can also purchase some raffle tickets.
I thought you were going to say they were going to do a link live for the balls and you want us to watch it.
You never know.
I think that, by the way, guys, I think that Foxy should use his influence, and there's a lot of people he knows. And one of them is it used to be a champion bowler, a real champion bowler. They call him Steen. There you go. Right. So he could put some phone calls out, and Big Steen, he could be a ringer, couldn't he?
Well, I think he never made the team the first year. We were told that we had a super duper team for 5. And I think what happened, the pre-match warm-up was too much for them. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my God. Pre-match warm-up.
Any way you want.
The pre-match warm-up.
Well, the guy, Ian and the guys, do a fantastic job in there. The centre of the universe tomorrow is the Partick Bowling Club. I've got something else on tomorrow, or I'll even maybe try to pop in. I might still do, maybe later on in the day if I've got a chance. But anybody in that area, guys, pop down. You'll have a fun day and afternoon. Try and get down a wee bit early, because later on in the day it might be a bit carnage. But it's enjoyable carnage. So,
brilliant. Brilliant.
It should be a great day, and well done to Ian and the guys in there. Fantastic.
Yeah. So I hope that goes well for everybody tomorrow, and I hope everybody connected with Rangers Radio is there has a great day, and there's loads of money raised for a worthy cause. So we move on, obviously, no football the weekend. We're not going to talk about international breaks. I think in the last few years we've all made our feelings known about that, Bridger.
Yeah, seriously. I said it last year or the year before even. In fact, I've been feeling like this since we get sort of shunted out. That I think Rangers should, if ever they can, is just take nothing to do with the international scene altogether for Scotland. I mean, because most of our players are not Scottish. Let's put it that way. Most of them are not Scottish. And there's he's been called up, hasn't he? What do you call him? Ryan Jack's called up to the squad.
On the bench tonight.
But he doesn't get a second. Not a second.
Yeah, that is good. As long as he doesn't play him against the Belgians and drop the other ones, the rest of them. Scanning the papers today and on the internet, I came across a Grant that played for the puddle drinkers, saying that he knows players and managers who don't want to participate in the Scotland setup, and it has been like that for a while. When him and Alec McLeish were co-managers or whatever, they said that there was
Peter Grant.
Peter Grant,
Yeah.
They said there was actually managers, Bridge, who didn't make any bones about it. They didn't want their players playing. They would call them constantly, asking their players to be left out of games and that. They need them for certain games that they were playing at the weekend. And some players were told that when they got to a certain age, 28 to 30, but basically, your contract, extension would depend on how long you're going to play international football. So it was quite an interesting read. Although it came for him, he was obviously doing an interview for one of the papers. So I'm that way inclined, as you know. I've not got any time for it. Never have supported Scotland. I just fear that any Rangers player, not just for Scotland, but going away and coming back fatigued and maybe injured.
Did you hear who you man of the match for Croatia today?
Sorry?
Did you hear who you man of the match for Croatia?
No, surely no Borna Barisic. Surely not.
Yep. Man of the
Wow.
match.
Was he? So he played.
Yep, so I was told.
Oh,
I've not
brilliant.
really watched
Brilliant.
that. I just get somebody sent me the information. I don't know if it's true. I've not checked it out. So before you start shooting me, that's what I've been told. So
You see what you're saying that, Oxy? I mean, there has been good reports of him playing for Croatia, and then he comes and plays for us, you know? So, I don't know.
anyway, I'm going to take you down a wee memory lane. I don't know if that's fair for you, Bridge. Have you took your tablets today?
I love it, pal. Love it. Go
That's
on,
a
go
guess.
for it.
And JFK, you've been eating your tablet today, haven't you?
Can I just before you hang me, guys, I've put the link in for the Just Giving for
I've
the
seen
Craig McInnes Cup there.
Brilliant.
You can go in there and either give a wee donation or you can buy some sort of ticket for anything that's thingy. So I've just popped it in there, guys. Is that all right, Oxy? All right?
Brilliant. Absolutely superb, mate. The more money they make, the better.
Okay.
Does a great job being great job of speaking to him today. Right, where were we? We're going to take a wee walk down memory lane. So people want to join us. What's the number, Bridge?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
When else can I join us, JFK?
You can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online, and fantastic old school bear will be put in Mel
Bear?
Grumpy Man. Old school blue. I was going to say, I'd be assisted by the Grumpy Bear. I get my wee side fixed up there.
Go on yourself, pal.
He's got
Go on
this
yourself.
public persona of being a nice guy.
Well, I think
Anyway.
anytime I've met him, he's been a gentleman. So
It's all a con, mate. He just
that?
abuses me,
Right.
slags me, uses me, hits me. No fair.
Oh, well.
Anyway, we've been joined by Smurf, evening Smurf.
Hi, how you doing?
How are you, Smurf? All right.
Aye, not bad, not bad. Aye. But he's bust through my course, a bit like David Marshall's net, I suppose. But hey, well.
What? Do you know the scores? Maybe better not tell us.
Aye, they're getting pumped 2-1.
I mean, what, you've got a wee bit of coursework. I mean, that's nothing, mate. Obviously,
I hope it stays like that if not gets worse for them. There you go.
obviously the Bridgeman might have struggled, but they probably me and JFK, you know what I mean?
Aye, I get it. Aye, exactly.
I'm going to say my head was bursting with this. I had to do some pension stuff for the 9 modules that done my nothing, but there we go. But that's another story. I'll no bore you with it.
9 pensions or 9 modules?
9 modules, mate, done my nothing. Anyway, right, one of your favourite...
Were these your private pension modules?
No.
No.
Had to, 84 years ago today, one of our most famous, I would say most famous managers. So, yeah, he'd be up there. was born. Managed this twice, JFK, right in the peak of your powers it would have been, I suppose. Successful first time round, not so successful the second time round, even though we still managed to win some trophies. The late, great Jock Wallace.
Jock Wallace.
Yeah. Right, so I mean, obviously, me and Smith are a wee bit younger to remember him, you know what I mean? So we'll go to Bridge. Memories of Jock Wallace.
Well, Jock Wallace, when I first heard of Jock Wallace, he was a goalkeeper for Berwick Rangers. And, you know, and the next thing I know, horror of horror, at that time, here's Jock Wallace, he's coming in as a coach to the coach of Rangers. And I thought to myself, you know, you start to think, is this going to happen for us? Is he going to do something? And then you hear the dreaded words that most players hated, the Sands of Ghislaine or Ghislaine Sands, call them what you like. And he murdered their players, absolutely murdered them from a training perspective. But my God, could they battle. When they were on that pitch, they could battle. I loved Jock Wallace, absolutely loved him. You're right when you said he was very successful the first time, and he had very hard disciplinarian, very tough man, ex-soldier. The second time he came in, he may be struggling a wee bit, maybe even health-wise, he might have been struggling for all I know. But he wasn't the same, or the team wasn't the same, or maybe both. But the first time he came in, he was absolutely superb. I just loved him. Loved him to bits. Still think the world of him, and I think most Rangers fans do. Yeah. Loved him.
Yeah. He came the Rangers manager, JFK, just after the Cup Winners' Cup success in '72. Took over Willie Waddle. Obviously, 72-3 season, which was the centenary Scottish Cup final, which we won.
Yep.
And then 2 years later, after that, he got the Monkey offered back, and he won the league championship. So he got a couple of seasons. There's maybe similarities to that period to where Steven Gerrard is this now.
It's a good similarity, aye. I would go with that one, aye. It was a fantastic man manager. You know, he didn't suffer fools gladly. You know, a couple of his famous interviews live on the telly was brilliant. You know, a couple of young journalists go to the neck. You know, he just wanted to celebrate with the team. But aye, the unfortunate thing that he should never have come back the second time. I think that second time it didn't work for him the way we wanted it to. It was great that he did come back, but obviously we know what happened when he left. You know, they kind of kicked on for then, didn't we? But he went and became the first ever Scottish manager to be in the Liga. He was the first ever Scottish manager that actually managed it. It was Seville, wasn't it?
That's correct, aye.
Aye, Seville. Aye, so he was the first ever Scottish manager in the Liga. So, he was a crack man. There's a couple of functions that he was supposed to attend that way back when I was in the 70s, but unfortunately I never got the chance to meet him. He never turned up for whatever reason. But a character, and the players feared him. My God, his training methods, you can't fault them. Definitely can't fault them.
As I said, he came in 72-73 season, won the cup. 73-74 with the lot. 74-75 we won the league at Easter Road, Bridgeman. 75-76 we won the treble. Bizarrely, 76-77 we done nothing. And then 77-78 we won the treble again.
Yeah.
You know, and then he left. Well, mysterious circumstances, I would say, because I don't think any of us ever know the right story. Went to Leicester City where he gave guys like Gary Lineker his chance, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
I think he was well thought of, wasn't he? Really well thought of. Everywhere he went, he was well thought of. To be honest, and Jimmy just touched on it a wee bit there. When he came back to us, I don't think he was a well man. I don't think his health was great like he was before. He wasn't the, shall we say, the all-powerful. Even within himself, he wasn't the all-powerful. I really do think sometimes he shouldn't have gone back, but we were pleased to see him. All the Rangers fans loved him. Both times loved him. I mean, the first time he was there was just short of 6 years, or around about 6 years he was with us. And
6 years, aye.
the second time he's with us, something like maybe 2.5. Maybe it was something like 2.5 years he was with us.
Another
Yeah,
wee
the first time Rooney was there for 72 to 78, 312 games,
yeah.
won 208. The second time round, 83 to 86, 3 seasons, mate. Well, it wasn't quite 3 seasons because Alec Tottenham Walter Smith came in for 3 games before Graham Souness arrived. But so he done 125 games the second time round. So in total, he managed us for 437 games, JFK.
Yeah, well, see, man, like so you're saying he joined in 1973, right? But I mean, he is actually in the Cup Winners' Cup.
I was a coach. He was there as a coach.
Wasn't he? He was a coach then.
I said he became manager. Aye.
Became manager, aye. But, when he came in, was the same as Bridgman. I think that he wasn't a well man, but I mean the record speaks for itself, you know. And it'd be good to see him stay for longer. But obviously, circumstances, whatever happened there, it was a strange one. But I was a fantastic manager, no doubt about it. And he got ordinary players to play well.
I think we're just. So can I just stop you here? Can we do you here? Can you here, Jack?
Come on, hurry up, man. Come on.
I'm just waiting to get the word, Jock. No, Jock, we're just waiting to.
Come on. Come on!
Okay, Jock Wallace, congratulations. A match that you really had to win twice. It must have been quite a blow.
Yeah, they've done it. They've won it. They won it once. That was enough. Just won 3-2. That'll do me.
What was the feeling as you watched Celtic equalise just with seconds to
Celtic
go?
were playing well at that time. Celtic were a very good team at that time and it deserved a goal.
As you went into extra time, were you confident?
I was confident before it started, son. All right.
He didn't suffer fools gladly, did he? He did not suffer fools gladly.
We've been joined by Stardog and also Spuffs there. Spuff, they don't make them like that anymore, do they?
No, they certainly do not. I think, you know, I'd have been maybe when he came back 13, sort of 14, 15, maybe when he left, 16. And for me, sort of, you know, you sort of become a bit more independent when you hit those years and you start attending games yourself and stuff like that. And it just, when I think of Rangers, I think he's personification of a Ranger, really. You know, gave everything and demanded everything, really. And we think, I mean, he took that, you know, this Sansa Gallane. When he went to Leicester, he had them bringing in soil and they replicated it down there.
I mean, you know what happened the first time?
No, I don't.
When they set it up the first time, they used boulder sand, didn't they?
Did they?
Aye, so it meant when they were running up the whole time.
Took my fortnight to get to the top. But Gary Lineker, I remember watching an interview with Gary Lineker and his abiding memories. Jock screaming at me to get his hands off the dirt. You know, when they were running up, they'd try and get a purchase bay because it was so steep, putting their hands, but they'd keep the arms pumping and let the legs do the work, you know. But putting it in the bank for the season. And I think any of the boys have mentioned it as well. There was a certain young Mark Warburton, didn't make it under him. He was at Leicester City. He was a trainee under Jock Wallace at Leicester City as well.
Aye, that's right. Morburn doesn't speak very highly of him, does he?
It doesn't, no. But I think, see, just that wee interview there, something that dawned on me there, the boys were saying that maybe he wasn't very well. I thought I would agree maybe the Parkinson's was in its infancy then, maybe with him. And so, you know, coming back a second time, we obviously not terribly well. And I don't think, you know, there was a lot of money sloshing about the club at that point, so he wasn't really helped in the transfer market. And, you know, for what he had to play with and stuff like that, I think he did. I think he did well. But obviously things kicked on when there was a regime change, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A wee bit before your time, Stardog, but a real Rangers legend, just like yourself, mate.
Oh, for sure. Oxfordshire, I mean, obviously I was born in 91, mate, and my full childhood, all I really heard about was the Soonesses and the Walter Smiths, obviously been brought up in the 9 in a row year and things like that. So until I was maybe a bit older and late into my teenage years, I never really knew much about Jock Wallace until I went right down the Rangers rabbit hole. I had to find out a lot about him for myself. And just listening to some of the stories, I mean, Derek Ferguson told a story. They were at the Gillane Sands, and what I say, it was David McFarlane. It was halfway up the hill, and Jock used to stand halfway up the hill waiting for you doing your laps or whatever. And the guy was struggling, and usually would give you a scalp in the arse or the back with a stick to kind of give you a push on. But Derek Ferguson said they just scalped him in the heat and picked him up and flung him in the water. So they did.
Wow.
But so I had to find out all about Jock Wallace myself. But I mean, he had a big part to play in a lot of the players that Souness inherited. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I know it was John Gregg that had originally signed Alan McCoist, but Jock Wallace gave him the choice to stay or go to Cardiff. I think that's right. And Alan McCoy stayed there, and obviously you get your Durants and things like that brought through the second time he was there as well. So he had a huge part to play.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. He had a huge part to play in some of the 9 in a row legends we produced, the Scottish talents.
Mm-hmm. Aye, that's true.
Derek Ferguson's and that, mate. So that's what I know about him. I mean, he intrigued me as a guy, obviously, because I never got brought up when about him or knew much about him. As I say, I was just Souness and Walter Smith and things like that. So I was so intrigued with Jock Wallace, and what a guy, mate. What a guy. They don't make them like him anymore.
No, they certainly don't. They certainly don't. So the question we're going to put out the people tonight, first of all, memories of Jock Wallace, if you want to phone in. What's the number, Stardog?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
Where else can you join us, Bridgeman?
You can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online, and Old School Blue will bring you in, and if he can't, then I'm sure Fox will bring you in as well. Either of them will make you welcome. Enjoy yourself.
Right. I'm going to put you under the spot here. Are you ready?
Go. On you go.
Stardog. You ready?
I'm ready, mate. I'm ready.
You're always
It's a
ready.
buzzer question.
GFK was born ready, wasn't he?
Born when?
Right. And you're always ready, Bridge, aren't you?
Yeah.
We're going to start with the first Rangers manager. And this includes caretakers. This is a whole list of Rangers managers, and we've got to get them in the correct order. And if you get one wrong, you're out. Okay, I'm going to bring in Fox for this. How we doing, Fox, small mate?
Hi, good evening, guys.
How we doing, mate? We'll cover your memories of Jock Wallace in a minute, but this is rule if you don't get this right. Really, if you don't, anybody gets one of these right, I don't think I'd phone in the show again. Right, so we're going to start with Bridgeman, Rangers' first manager.
First manager? Oh my God, this is really historic stuff, isn't it? Was that no Wilton?
Correct, Bridgeman. I'm doing this with age, so I'll go to the next one. I'll go to Fox.
After Bolton was Paul Struth.
Yep, 1,576 games.
I think 18 championships, I know, or something, was it no?
Quite a few, mate. JFK.
Pass.
JFK.
Pass. No. Honestly.
He played cricket for Scotland as well.
No. I've got good Rangers history, but managers not. I can go
double
so
S.
far.
Double S. His initials were double S.
Come on.
No, I can't think, honestly.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I do use try to fart about.
So you're out, JFK's out. And thanks for taking part in the show. We'll speak to you in a few years. Right, so next one, Smurf.
That's Scott Simon.
Well done. Old Stardog's under a bit of pressure.
Next one, get his marching orders.
Stardog, stop Googling. I can hear your phone for here.
I can't Google, mate. I don't know how to Google on this. Is it the guy we're talking about?
Unlucky, good attempt, but you're out.
No chance,
Bridgeman.
That would be the wonderful Davy White.
Davy White. Yes.
White.
After Davy
Never
White,
heard
Fox.
him.
Oh,
Molly Waddle.
Yep,
Oh.
correct.
The Dido White.
there was what?
Smurf.
Was there no what? Somebody in front of him?
Oh,
Oh.
wait a minute. Oh, Fox.
I'm thinking there was
Aye.
somebody in front of Ollie
Yeah,
Waddle.
sorry, Fox, you're wrong, mate. Wally Thornton done 2 games between Davy White and Molly Waddle.
Eddie.
Okay, I'll accept that.
It's on to you, Smurf, after Molly Waddle.
Wally Waddle. Obviously, it'll be Jock Wallace.
And it's over to you, Bridgeman.
Greggy.
Yep. Oh, this could be difficult. After Greg, who was the manager for, I'll give you a clue, 4 games, Smurf.
4 games, you say? Oh, right. That's going to be... It's going to be a player, isn't it? Or a
Right winger. Right winger.
Right winger.
Boris
Made a
Johnson.
made a lot of goals for Big DJ.
Boris Johnson.
I'll tell you, he won a title with Kilmarnock. Remember, we were having a discussion and I was
that's
on
right,
mute. Remember, I was on mute. Aye, Tommy McLean.
But we'll sort of give you that one. Then after Tommy McLean, who come back?
Who come back?
What?
Jock Wallace.
Wait a minute. You're not having
Sorry,
everybody
sorry.
shot, Smurf. So he's answered it for you, and then somebody done 1 game, and then somebody done 2 games before a certain manager came in. Any clues, Bridge?
I'll give you.
Bridge, you're called Smurf.
You just mentioned them earlier. Do you want me to name the 2 of them?
If you can.
You mentioned them earlier. It was Alec Totten and Walter Smith.
Well done, mate. And then who came in?
Me. The great Graham Souness.
Right, then over to you, Smurf.
After Souness, it was Sir Walter.
Then who was it, Bridge?
Advocate.
Then who was it? Smurf?
Me.
Was it me? After Advocate.
Yes.
Alan McLeish, handpicked, I believe. By Advocate.
Then who was it? Bridge?
That was the Frenchman I was talking about. I think it was the Frenchman anyway, but Le Guin.
Correct. And this is it, Smith. This is the big one for you, Smurf.
After Paul Le Guin.
Yep.
So
One
was
game.
there one game? Ian Gerrant, have that.
Correct. Then who was it?
Oh, the wonderful Walter Smith. Wonderful.
Yep. And it's over to you, Smurf.
After Walter. Super Ali.
Yep. After him, Bridge.
Oh God. Can we have 1 of 3? I think it was, if my memory serves me right, was it No McDowell
Correct.
that took over for him?
Over to you, Smurf.
After Kenny McDowell.
Tick tock, tick tock.
Oh, hold on a minute.
The clock's ticking.
Right.
Diddle, 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 diddle.
Ginger Heed.
Ginger Heed. Aye, wee Stuart McCall.
I can't give you that because Bridge gave you a clue.
Sorry, Smurf.
Then after Stuart McCall, Bridge.
The Magic Hat, Warburton.
Yep. Then who? Smurf.
After Warburton.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute, I'm getting health and safety answers coming through my head and all. I need to decommission here a bit. Imagine getting Ian Gerrant and you don't get it after Warburton. Warburton left. Who came in after Warburton? Oh, was it Sheena?
Unlucky. Graham Murphy.
Murphy didn't. Aye, caretaker. Aye, forgetting that.
So the
aye.
winner of the night's competition by a distance is Bridgeman Fox. I wouldn't have thought that, would you?
What a shocker you are. What a shocker.
Well done, Bridge.
Well
I
done,
can still
Bridge.
talk about that Davy White one.
But
How does that make you
I have
ever
to
get
say-
that?
I have to say, guys, we were talking about it before the show, and
Aye.
all these things were going through my head. So I'm fortunate now. Otherwise, I couldn't have told you what it was for the start of the show. Sorry.
The hardest one out of the lot of that was the one game, Ian Durant. I think that was noteworthy mention there.
Well, I'll tell
Well,
you
you know
what,
that-
JFK self-praise is no praise at all, is it?
Tell me
No,
about it.
I could hear
I
a lot.
don't do it.
No, wait a minute. I could hear a lot of clicking of buttons and all that there. I could have been on to Google and all, so...
You're a
wasn't me, I can assure you.
You're a very honest man, JFK.
No, I could go so far back, but fair play to the guys that cheated on Google, so I didn't cheat.
Oh, question.
JFK, you're a
Segregated,
shocker.
that's a shocker, that.
Absolute shocker.
Well said, JFK. Well said.
Wow, man. Wow,
Wee
man.
bit of history for you there, Stardog.
A big bit of history. I've never even heard of Davy White.
I get a rough deal.
I got a rough deal there in that quiz, I think.
He was undefeated when he lost his in the league when he lost his job as manager, mate. You wouldn't believe it, would you?
Disgusting.
Well, Doug,
That's-
at least you gave an answer, pal. I didn't give any.
I just thought, right, it's got to be a trick question. So I just thought, since we were talking about Big Jock, I thought maybe that was close to his first time. But I was totally puggled by half the names, mate. To be honest with you, Scott Simons and things like that, and Bill Struth, obviously. I know the guys, Walter Smith, so on, Souness and that. But there's a few names in there, but I couldn't even tell you they were managerial club at one point. And I wish that Le Guin and Chechina never were.
Before my time, Fox, but did we make a mistake when we get rid of Scott Simon, mate? Because he had some record, didn't he?
Aye, Scott Simon had a great record, mate. I don't know if you could say that, but...
Was it the Berwick thing? Did we totally overreact?
Yeah, wasn't he overreacting? We were heading that way anyway because remember we had lost in the was it 67 European Cup Winners' Cup final to Bayern Munich, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And the great saying when they came back for that, they says, "Never again will 7." It might even been 8 halfbacks play for Rangers. It was just a team full of halfbacks. That's all. With no centre forward.
Why did that happen?
Well, I think there were injuries in the. I think it was just, to be perfectly honest with you, I think it was just people were injured and unavailable.
And we never let Jim Forrest never played.
Jim Forrest never played again, correct?
Of
course, the Forrest and McLean, they were finished after the, after the Berwick disaster. Yeah, that's right enough.
Aye, that's right, aye. And that's what caused us that. So they cut their nose off to spite their face. And
well,
I think
of course, I think that's the reason why they thought of him moving on. But by the way, he left Rangers and he went up to Partick Thistle. So he took over Partick Thistle, didn't he? He wasn't in the Dole or anything like that for long. It wasn't a bad manager. It just we needed freshening up, to be honest. And Davy White at that time was managing Clyde, and Clyde were lying third in the league. So it was a good coach, very, very, very big good coach, and well thought of within football. But unfortunately, we had a player playing for us who just didn't like him, and that was Alex Ferguson. And the battle between they two was never ending, to be honest. And eventually, both of them got Ferguson gets sold on, and Davy White got the sack. Gornik of Poland finished him.
All right, so the question I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to go to JFK because obviously I can see his lip for here is trembling when he got that one. So I'm going to go to you, mate. You've been a Rangers supporter since I think even William Winton was a manager. So your knowledge is great, mate. But your top 3 managers, and I want the reasons why. But I don't expect you to answer now. But just get the thinking cap on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to go first with that on because he's so young and he's not going to have the back catalogue that the rest of have got. Stardog.
Has it got to be for my time, basically, Ox? Aye.
Oh, no, you can talk a case for anything. Go and mute, Bridge.
It's not me, Paul.
No, me either.
I think because it was before my time and things like that, mate, third on my list would have to be Souness. Obviously, because we were coming out of dark time and things like that, we hadn't won the league in, I think it was 9 years or something like that, and Souness brought all the players out of England, and that was the start of the 9 in a row. My second manager would probably be Dick Advocaat, obviously, because that was basically my first experience growing up as a Rangers fan. Dick Advocaat was in charge. Rangers, my first game at Ibrox, we beat Hearts 2-0 and Flo scored 2 goals. So that was my first Rangers game. So Dick Advocaat would probably be second in that list, and then Walter Smith, mate, would be my number one. When that guy come back, I mean, he pulled us out a hole that Le Guin had put us in, and just the transformation they made, and really taking a team that overachieved and punched above their weight constantly that first season, back season and a half, 2 seasons, getting to the UEFA Cup final and things like that. It worked his magic on us once again. After the 9 in a row, folks say coming back a second time could have been a mistake, but he really pulled us out the crap, so he did the second time and really made us into a proper team and made us dominate Scottish football again. I think we won four championships in our own, things like that, before we went under again into another dark hole. So Walter Smith's definitely always going to be my number one, mate, and there'll never be another manager at that club like him. I've never seen a manager that's had the beating a Celtic so much. Like, you just know if he's your manager, Celtic's in trouble. I've always had that feeling, so he's my number one, mate.
All right, okay. Smith.
Top 3 managers. It's very, very difficult because, probably before Davy White, Scott Simon back were more sort of, they weren't tracksuit managers, they weren't coaches as such, although they obviously implemented a winning philosophy. Bill Struth's big saying was before he went out, because he was into athletics, wasn't he? Every post is a winning post. That was his saying, they say. I would say my number 3. You've got to. It's hard, isn't it? Soonest would be my number 3.
Can you hurry up? I'm good at the morning.
Soonest. Take yesterday off. Soonest. I'd say he's number 3. Bill Struth. And then I'll go Sir Walter. There you go. That's my 3. Number 1, Sir Walter. Bill Struth. Graham Souness.
All right. Interesting. Really interesting. Is that again? Bill Struth?
Bill Struth. No. Right, number 1, Walter Smith. Number 2, Bill Struth. Number 3, Graham Souness.
All right, okay. I can't believe you've seen Bill Struth's team. You mustn't.
Question.
GFK.
I'm just getting off his record.
Number 3 for me is Graham Souness. When Graham Souness was brought to Ibrox by David Holmes, we were a floundering team then. And what he brought to the club was fantastic. The players he brought, internationals. He said he would build the team for the back, and he did, and look who he brought. Chris Woods, Terry Butcher, Graham Roberts, fantastic players like that. So he'd be my number 3, and to be at Pittodrie that day when we won the league against the Sheep was absolutely fantastic. Number 2 would be his number 2, would be Walter Smith. I think when Walter took care for Graham Souness, he just carried on the work. And obviously he's, the 9 in a row was him and Souness's achievement, but Walter Smith for me was a fantastic manager as well. So he'd be my number 2. My number 1 is Willie Waddle.
Oh.
Because Willie gave us something that I don't know if I'll ever see in my lifetime, and that was a European trophy. Being there 1972 as a 15-year-old was absolutely joy, and it was an absolutely marvellous experience. So mine would be Graham Souness 3, Walter Smith 2, and Willie Waddle 1.
Fantastic selection. Foxy boy, in you come.
Oh, number 1 would need to be Bill Struth. I think he built the club into what it was during his 34-year reign. Won 18 championships for the club through that time, right up to the start of the war. I think he was a great influence on the club. I'd have him as number one. Number two, I would have Willie Waddle for winning the cup, European Cup Winners' Cup, and also for the work that he done in helping the rebuild of Ibrox after the disaster. And number three, Walter Smith for his part in 9 in a row.
Fantastic selection, Will Mucker. Fantastic. Well put. Bridgeman. All right, I'll give you Bridges. He's going for Kachina, number one. Martin, number two.
Okay, I wouldn't go as far back as Bill Struth, to be honest, although their record speaks for itself. My own personal, I would agree with Fox and JFK. I would say that Willie Waddle would be my number one. I would go Graham Souness because he obviously transformed Rangers into something that every single Rangers fan was desperate for, and he gave us fame. He gave us all the great players coming through the door, and then I would immediately after him I'd plump for Walter Smith, who continued that great vein that Graham Souness started, and just completed the task. Fabulous! What 3 great managers for Rangers? There's lots of others that are great managers, but those are the 3 I would give it the highest regard for.
All right, Stardog. Just in 100 years, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14 people in the manager's chair in 100 years, yeah?
Wow.
And then in the next 19, we've had
a lot.
I know, it is.
14 as well.
They actually stopped painting their faces in the blue room after a while, didn't they?
JFK, there was a lot.
But can I just say quickly, Fox, Alec McLeish, mate, Alec McLeish, remember when he came into Rangers, we were in a bit of a dip for Advocate. I think he'd stepped upstairs for a wee short while. But, I mean, McLeish came in and picked up the first 5 trophies that were available to him as the Rangers manager all. So McLeish had a good wee start to as Rangers manager, but obviously doesn't compare to the names that we mentioned. But I think it was a good wee pattern. Walter Smith got in absolutely everybody's top 3. And I think 70% as they said Souness was in there, so it's a good wee pattern developing. But the Willie Waddle one was a great shout, mate, obviously for the European Cup and things like that.
Just pure stats, mate. Alec McLeish managed us 40 games more than Dick Advocat, but only lost 4 games more than Dick Advocat. Advocat lost 32, McLeish lost 36.
And they got us to the last 16 of the Champions League. Nobody's done it since.
Just shows you sometimes,
Yeah.
Yeah. JFK and you come.
He did inherit a really good team, mate.
A lot of the choices, were great choices. No, I wouldn't have went far back as Bill Struth and that, because obviously the 18 titles was a fantastic achievement. I'm going with what I saw. I thought that's what we were based on. And we could all say Bill Struth and other ones and that, and I will argue the choice of the guys picking Bill Struth, but some of the managers we had was phenomenal. Dick Advocat was a king's ransom to get players in. Some of the players that Graham Souness brought in, and that was a great era. And then when Walter took it there, but as I say, the greatest achievement for me was winning a European trophy. And look at the players we had on that night. 2 of your good friends, Colin and me Bud. So smokes like chimney and that. But what an achievement that was in 72. So we could probably go there and probably pick another three managers that we would say, But here another good question, unless you want to leave it to next week. Now, I mean, since our inception in 1872, can we name every captain we've had? Long-term captains and maybe even short-term captains.
Oh, I could maybe tell you the first one, that's about it.
So I just thought I'd throw that one in. Captains 1872 right up to the present day, if we could do that. maybe if you want to leave it till next week, we'll do that.
Can I come in a wee minute, Oxter?
There you go, pal.
On you go, mate.
It's just to say, to emphasise exactly what JFK was saying and Fox about Willie Waddle. Willie Waddle took us from a really bad time after the big disaster.
Yep.
And he lifted our club up and he helped immensely with all these survivors and the survivors' families. The fact that, they really were, no survivors, the victims' families. Really unbelievable the work that he put in on that, and he'll be revered for that. And I'm not trying to say, the reason I didn't say that earlier was because that wasn't necessarily managerial, but you've got to take it all in all. I think he was just wonderful. He took us from the depths of despair to win the European Cup Winners' Cup. Just fantastic. That's why I had him, seriously.
Yeah.
Well, it was quite. We started looking at the JFK.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have thought when the similarities between Souness and Stevie G, I thought, right, okay, then you can see there. But see, when you actually look at it, with the run they're on with Big Jock come in, and then he built it up, and it took him to his third season to win the league title. I didn't realise the similarities that could be there.
Yeah, there is a lot of good similarities there, mate. Aye, definitely. I mean, we could pick a similarities with them all. As I say, Dick Advocaat was good at King's Ransom. Graham Souness, to a certain extent, was good at King's Ransom as well. But after 71 for the 2nd of January, when we all know what happened that day, and I concur with Bridgeman said there, but Diddle Doddle Waddle, he lifted the club with the hunkers and that, and just took us forward. And I remember the papers and that time said that this disaster will always be remembered, but it's something that Rangers will rectify going forward, and we will have a stadium to be proud of, not just for the fans who come to see Rangers, but also for the 66 that lost their lives. So Willie Waddle I would say he was the prime engineer in that. So that's why I made him number one. That was one of the reasons as well,
I don't think you can put an argument up against anybody's selection.
No, you're right.
You couldn't, and their reasons, because they're personal reasons. And Willie Waddle had the pleasure to meet him a few times in my youth, mate, and just. No, like you would think, a completely different character to say Jock Wallace.
Aye, that was the old daddy's chalk and cheese, I'd never met him, but I'd spoken to people who had met him, and in his interviews he came across as quite a brash man, but from what I'd heard, he was a very pleasant man to speak to, and like Jock Wallace, he didn't suffer fools gladly, so. It was probably a good combination, the two, manager and coach. So, and I think that's what Rangers went on today, as we saw, with Graham Souness and Walter Smith and others through the ages that they were. And a fantastic manager, and a part of their history that's unforgettable for me.
Can I also say?
When you go start talking in Bridge.
I've got a wee name for you, mate. A wee blast for your past just when you're talking about the famous names for your history. A wee old man that passed away a couple of years ago, the Penalty King. He used to run wee summer camps down in this town every single summer, and we used to go there and he used to train us up. But with 50 pence to get in to play for the full day every day, the summer holidays, wee Johnny Hubbard. He'd take care of us for the day, and you would all get a medal after it and things like that. And what a guy he was. So I spent 3 summers with that guy.
I'll pass you to Fox. Fox got to know Johnny reasonable in his latter years. Fox.
What a guy.
I got to meet him a couple of times. Lovely gentleman, very soft spoken in his later years. Told wonderful stories about the Rangers and his time there. Great man. Sadly missed.
Bridgeman, you come in there, mate.
I was just to say, while we're speaking about great managers and things, I'd just like to pay tribute and homage to Scott Simon. We were speaking about him earlier. He was the man who brought in what we now know as under his management the Rangers pools. The Rangers pools was the most successful private pools in Britain, if not other parts of the world as well. Massive pool system, and that's what gave the Rangers all the money to start to build the coverings at Ibrox and so on and so forth, and eventually rebuilt the whole bloody stadium. So absolutely brilliant. Well done to Scott Simon.
There's a sad end to Scott Simon. I don't believe he ever set foot back in Ibrox after he was dismissed.
That's correct.
Actually, I met him as well in my youth as well when he was up at Firhill. We played up there. A different character again for Chalk Wallace. Anyway, thanks for that, lads. Get yourself a mute and we'll have a tune for your Fox.
See them march on, marching on through the years of history. Heads held on high, for the Jersey they will do or die. Fight for time, play the game with the band of glory. Win, lose or draw, that's the Glasgow Rangers story. See them march on, banners high as they fly before you. Loyal and true, on the way to cheer the boys in blue. Follow they will, marching on to the songs of glory. Win, lose or draw, that's the Glasgow Rangers story. See them march on, banners high as they fly before you. Loyal and true, on the way to cheer the boys in blue. Follow they will, marching on to the songs of glory. Win, lose or draw, that's the Glasgow Rangers story.
Enjoying that, Bridge?
I'm just back. I've been marching up and down the hall there. Fantastic.
Broke a few lights there
Win,
myself.
lose or draw, well, that's the Glasgow Rangers story. Well, we get great stories, eh? What a club.
Gents, could I ask you a question? Something that's intrigued me and I never knew the answer to. You know, we'll talk about Jock Wallace. When he left, I read a story that he was at a game, I think, as soon as he was in charge at the time, and he got ejected for Ibrox. Or was asked to leave the members' club or something. What was the story behind that?
From memory, I think there had been a story in the press, no too distant past, maybe digging up an old wound and somebody took exception there. And it was a bad day for everybody involved.
Right.
Bad day, right enough. So, these things that happen when our revered ex-players and ex-managers, any officials that have been with us, when they get sort of used and abused, even by existing present-day fans, it's very sad. And that's why I always say we've got to watch what we're doing, watch what we're saying, and who we're saying it to. Aye. Because I've complained bitterly for a long time now. Every time you pick up a story there's a story, and it's got an ex-Rangers player saying this, that, and the next thing, and in essence, they're actually trashing the club.
That's right.
Something I can't understand. I can't understand it.
Oh, well, we'll move on.
Got the story here, guys. Saturday, the 2nd of April 1988, Rangers had lost 2-1 to Hearts. Jock Wallace had been enjoying the game, and after the game, he was standing outside the Blue Room asking if he could speak to Chief Executive David Holmes. When all of a sudden, Jock was approached by three burly men who turned out to be Rangers security. Behind them was Alistair Hood, who instructed them that they were told that they had to eject him from the Ibrox Stadium. Jock Wallace never returned to Ibrox after that.
No need for it. No need. Overreaction, but somebody made the wrong call.
A furious Wallace marched by the burly men to the lounge area and said, "I need to get my wife before we go." His wife Daphne was sitting in the players' members' lounge. The irony was that assistant manager Walter Smith had left complimentary tickets for Jock and his wife, and they were his guests. There you go. I remember reading that story myself, Smurf, so I just thought I'd pop it up there. But
Aye.
Yeah.
I always
That's
sort of
sad.
wonder what a disgrace, because when I read it, basically the same story. It was another bit. It's Jock Wallace had went to a Rangers game, and I think it was a Copeland Road end, and he went in, and in the days you pay with cash, there was no tickets, and he was paying to get in, and with his wife, and I think his son was at university in America, and there was a squad of them, and they were going in, and the lassie that was taking the money recognised him, says, "You know, Mr. Wallace, you shouldn't need to pay to come and watch Rangers," but paid his money and went in anyway. That was at the boat where that's how the story ended. You know, disgraceful.
Yeah.
Bad part of our history. That one. Bad part.
Somebody made a mistake. Yeah.
Somebody made a big error there, mate. You're definitely right.
I know who my money would be on.
See, on a lighter note, Ox, see if we could go back to see the players that he did bring in, see the young boys.
Fox's Kimura.
No. He's Kimura. That's a UFC move.
What jeez. That's been away above my head there.
So, see the players that he brought in, see like Alan. I know he never brought Alan McCoy's down, but see to bring the young boys in the team, because obviously when they come back the second time, for the stories that I've obviously listened to, our former players and things like that, there wasn't a lot of money going about the club. Obviously, Dundee United were doing well in Europe, Aberdeen were doing well at the time, Celtic were there, and also Scottish football was a lot different. And if you look at these Scottish boys, the young Scottish boys that end up going on to win 9 in a row, like how important were they? And kind of like they wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for Jock Wallace. And they've all said that he was a great manager. Derek Ferguson said they played half the time concussed because Jock used to give him a big slap in the head, "On you go, son," before they went out. But it's all good stories and great stuff, man. But it was so important for these Scottish boys going forward.
I have nothing but fondness for Jock Wallace. I think you have a certain time sometimes, and I think his time had been the first time. I think the second time the game had changed and maybe society had changed, and it didn't quite work out. He still had reasonable success in the Cups, but we never really challenged in the league, and we were a long way behind. And then the soonest revolution came in, and I've got to say, people quite quickly forgot about Jock Wallace, GFK.
Yeah, unfortunately they did. Yeah, that was a sad thing about it. But look, let's not kid ourselves on. We were all caught up in euphoria. David Holmes brought Graham Souness to Ibrox, and the revolution just took air for there. And, I mean, we did, but forgot about Jock Wallace, you know. And that's the thing about football. We're craving success. Look where we were. We were a poor team, and Graham Souness came in, and then as they've called it, the Souness Revolution. So, unfortunately, a lot of, and I would include myself in that. Jock Wallace became an afterthought in that thing, you know. So, It's a shame. A great man, a great manager. First time when he was a great manager for Rangers. Second time when I get my bridge here at the first half. I don't think he was too well, and things didn't work out for him. But aye, sad, but aye, when Graham Souness came, he was kind of brushed under the carpet, if that's the right phrase.
But he was a wonderful character who was ill. And Rangers at that time, from the top to the top of the tree, right all the way down, should have made sure that Jock Wallace was, shall we say, looked after if he came anywhere near it. He could have opened his mouth and said something that could be taken as an insult and things like that. Remember, the man wasn't well. That's the way I look at it anyway. We should have done better by him.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that when you're talking about the Souness revolution there, that there was always like fans' favourites, and you know, that obviously there was guys of weren't of the right quality in the team, but going to be casualties of that. But there was always all the young boys. It was Derek Ferguson. Eventually, he went to Hearts. Durant, Fleck went to Chelsea. There was no too many. That only really Durant sort of and McCoy's came through that, but always.
Dave McPherson did that.
I did, but he went away and come back. But the one that always thought as a young boy, you know, one of my heroes was and he wasn't there that long. Was Shuggy Burns. You know, it was a shame that he never get a chance under Souness, really. You know.
Oh well, we had Shug on the show about 18 months ago. Fox, was it?
It was indeed, yeah.
Chug Burns was on the show about 18 months ago. He was excellent, wasn't he?
Aye, very good. Delightful young chap.
And then me and you run into him at a social,
70% in it.
When you go, Stardog?
I think when the Souness revolution, mate, I mean, I think we had maybe not as much as 70, but 60% of that England first team, mate. I think we had the goalkeeper, we had nearly the full back four, like you had Mark Walters and things like that, and all. Some amount of England internationals in that team, mate. The young Scottish boys were there and all.
They didn't all come at once, mate. His first signing was a guy called Colin West.
Colin West. Then he brought Woods in, who wasn't an England goalie. He was Shelton was a goalie. Woods was a backup.
Woods was a backup. Colin West was a great player. It took a wee while to get going, really, didn't it?
It was after it, because of the ban, when the ISIL disaster happened.
That's right.
The English teams, English
for Europe.
They actually volunteered the ban. They applied to get a fact to stop playing in Europe for 5 years. It probably fell in that any penalty was coming to them, that it was covered by it anyway. But we were lucky. Rangers was a good out for a lot of players who wanted to get European football. So we did well. We did well at it.
That was an interesting time there, Stardog. There was no transfer window then. You know, so
you could just come and go. See, obviously, I've watched a lot on it, and I mean, I remember Ian Durant, just one of the boys mentioned Robert Fleck there. His goal record wasn't that bad for Rangers, but Ian Durant said for some reason Souness just couldn't wait to get rid of him. And he had that about players. If he didn't like you, were gone. And I think out of the full team, I think there was only 6 of them that survived out of the actual squad that he inherited. I'm sure there was only 6 or 7 of them that survived the actual squad that Souness inherited. So there was big changes, and like you say, mate, there was no transfer window. There was just obviously comings and goings all the way through a season, which is quite crazy if you think back to. Obviously, I've not been used to anything like that, so to think that that's what it used to be like, that's crazy. You could just wake up one day and you're signed Terry Butcher. That's nuts.
Remember the young boy?
Exactly what happened, mate.
Remember the young boy Davy McFarlane as well? He wasn't a bad player. He disappeared as well, didn't he?
That's the one I was saying that Jock Wallace hit and he'd been flung in the water because he wasn't Aye.
He's a good player.
I think is what Ox was saying there. There was no transfer window. There was no problems there. If Souness bought someone and they didn't, shall we say, turn out to be okay, he didn't have to wait until 3 months or 4 months or even 5 months. He just got rid of them, and he never. As far as maybe Ox said, Jock's there because he's a better memory than me. Ox might be able to tell us. I don't think Souness ever lost in any deal.
Oh, he done some mental things. I mean, Mel Sterling, do you remember that one? GFK?
I remember him.
I think he was there for about.
Scored 2 goals against Hearts the day we won the league, remember?
And then he was gone.
Aye.
I think we made about £250,000 on him. I think it was there 8 weeks.
Who remembers the player he used to be in Flash Gordon, same name?
Dale Gordon.
Remember him, Dale Gordon, with a porno moustache?
By the way, I don't know what you're talking about there, GFK, but we'll take
exactly.
your word for it. Fox, you stop giving him the films. GFK, he was one of our heroes at Ellen Road. He was excellent that night. Played it that night.
No, I thought he was a correct player, mate. Aye.
Porno moustache. You're a shocker, GFK, I have to say.
That's what I remember of him. Aye, what a good players. And the transfer window wasn't there, wasn't it? Nobody ever thought about a transfer window. Look at the players we managed to bring in.
And in a very short space of
where
time.
did Big Tin Man come from?
Queen of the South, mate. Queen of the South. There's Fox coming in, and you come.
No, I was just going to say one thing that Souness done was stemmed the flow of Scottish players to England, because we were mainly a Scottish-based football team, weren't we, with Scottish players. Yeah. And he reversed that trend and started bringing big signings for England up to Scotland. A thing that hadn't happened for years and years, mate. He changed all that.
Yeah.
Jimmy, blew her eyes as you say. There was that Dale Hardon you were talking about.
Oh, don't
oh, brilliant. Brilliant. I love his great.
Do you know who we're talking about players then, and I'll not call them unsung heroes now, but Bobby Williamson played for Souness for a season and all, didn't he?
Did he not come for Clydebank under Souness? Or was he there already?
Already there. It was a Wallace signing.
I think it was a Wallace. I think he scored 6 or 7 goals that season. Bobby Williamson, remember, he was the most awkward looking football player you ever seen.
I don't know.
I think he was a big star with Clydebank, wasn't he? He was a big star. He scored a lot of goals for them.
I think he scored 5 or 6 goals.
Yeah.
He scored.
I remember watching him at Ibrox. I thought to myself, "Oh dear, oh dear."
Aye, I know.
He scored. He scored the winner on a 1-0 mollification of Celtic, didn't it? An overhead kick. Remember that?
Oh yes, oh yes. Never missed a game in those days. Never missed a game. Marvellous stuff. And you know, that's why I picked Souness particularly in those 3. I think Souness and Walter Smith, one started it and the other finished it off. But Walter Smith and Alex Totten, Souness had come up, and before he was manager, he actually under the incoming manager under what was that boy's name? He was a chairman. Oh, I forgot. It doesn't really matter. The chief executive officer or something. He put in Walter Smith and
David Holmes.
Alex Totten.
David Holmes.
Holmes got them in and knowing that Souness was going to step in at the end of his contract, and he did. Marvellous, just marvellous.
And Bobby Williamson went just there. He left then and never played in that Souness championship winning team, GFK.
That's right. He played that the season before, was it then?
Aye, Jock Wallace and when Souness came in.
Aye, right. Aye, you're probably right there, mate. Aye, my years get mixed up. I know he did play. You're probably right there. Aye.
Some great memories and some great history, Stardog, for you.
Brilliant, mate. I could listen to it all night, so I could. But see, when we're talking about 1-0 mollifications of Celtic and overhead kicks and all that, another big shout out to another big guy that isn't with his big Hugo Ekihog. That's what came to mind there when you shouting about overhead kicks against Celtic. Remember his one at Parkhead to win the game for his.
Aye.
That was a good goal and all. Unfortunately, the boy's no longer with us.
Yeah.
Shame. Sad.
So people want to phone us and use their thoughts because it's interesting. Everybody sees it slightly different. GFK, what's the number?
It's 0141 356 1972.
or join us at Skype at rangersradio.online. We brought in the call with the one and only Old School Blue. What's quite sad about when you looked at that list, and I'll go to Fox first, is when you look at it, the two maybe biggest Rangers legends as players on that list, McCoist and John Gregg, they never done it, did they?
They had a wee bit of success, mate, but McCoist did what he had today and got us up through the leagues. Just hung on that season too long for me. He should have retired then, knowing that, well, for me, that he couldn't do the job right, mate. Kind of sore on McCoy to say that, but that's the way I felt about him.
It's kind of ironic that he was John Gregg's last signing as well, wasn't he? McCoy.
Anyway, you've got two callers on the lineup.
All right, evening callers. I think one of them's Big Al. I think, is it Big Al?
No, I don't know.
Oh, James to Tennessee.
Yeah, hi. Hello, guys.
How we doing, mate?
Yeah, fine. Yeah, it's good weather here in Tennessee. It's really warm.
Right.
I've got report on Feyenoord, which is interesting. If you want me to go through that, or
can I just take the other caller first, James, and then we'll come right back to you?
Yeah.
Evening caller, how we doing?
How you doing, guys? It's Ronnie.
How we doing, Ronnie? I'll go back to James and then we'll be right with you, mate.
No problem.
On you go, James. Give us a report.
Okay, so Feyenoord, they've got a Colombian guy, 20-year-old guy, Luis Sinstara, who's very, very good, actually. He's just... he's actually really good. He's a good winger and he's good pace and he can beat people. So you'll need to watch him. So I assume Morelos will know him, being Colombian as well. Steven Berghuis is the key man there. He's a really good player. He's like a number 10, but great player actually. Berghuis, he's the one I would really watch because he's really good. So I've got a Brazilian centre-back who's been with them since 2015, Eric Botegan, quite a good defender, but pretty slow. So Morelos should play. I would play Morelos because Defoe's not got the pace anymore. They've also got Leroy Fer, who used to play with Swansea, quite a good player as well. They've also signed a guy from San Lorenzo, an Argentine defender. So they brought in a new centre defender. So I think he'll play with a Brazilian guy. I think they've got a good chance against them. I think they're a good side, but I think they've got a reasonable chance. Just another point I would like to bring up. I watched Kamara's game against... he was playing against Greece. Now, he was excellent in the game. I don't know why we don't push him forward instead of Jack. I think we've got that switched the wrong way. I'd play him rule forward because he made some great runs. He really tries for Finland. I've noticed a lot of our international players try more with the international team than us. So he actually won the penalty for Finland, but Pukki scored. So he's doing well. So it's surprising, I think, how some players do play well for international teams, like Barisic as well. He was playing for Croatia today. Just a couple of things of the Celtic game, because I haven't mentioned that. I was surprised that Rebo got the ball and actually tried to flick it over Scott Brown instead of going towards the attack. He didn't need to do that. And also, I just was disappointed in the game because Scott Brown's usually shouting and raving. See, when you get a player like that, who's I don't think he's got great manners as a football player over the years. You go for him as soon as he gets the ball. You go and tackle him. So I was disappointed in the game, and I thought a lot of the players didn't turn up. And also as well, I was mystified. Like a lot of you, Defoe 10, 15 years ago had speed. He's not got the speed. He's a penalty box player, so he's not going to get away from that defence. So why did they not play Morelos? I'll never know. But anyway. But I would say that Gerrard's got to stop making mistakes, because we lose the game at near Christmas. We must win that game. We can't afford any more saying he picked the wrong sides. He's got to go for pace. That's all I'm going to say.
James.
Yeah, that's my thought.
James, how you doing?
Yeah.
JFK here, James. Is Sam Larsson still playing for Feyenoord? How is he a player?
Who?
Sam Larsson.
Sam Larsson. I haven't checked. I just went through.
I think he's a striker with him.
Yeah. I just went through some of the players.
Yeah. No, because there was something. There was a couple of English teams were talking about. I think Feyenoord were fighting them off. They were talking about 25, 30 million. So I've looked up different things about him, James, but I can't really find much about him. So I just thought, you're a roving European correspondent. You might know more about him, but
Is that the what's the player? Is that the guy who used to score all the goals? Yeah, I think he's still there. He's what is it, Norwegian or something?
Aye.
I'm not sure. Yeah, he's still there. He's a good player. He scores a lot of goals. He's somebody we need to watch. But I didn't see him in the game. The game I watched, Feyenoord against someone else. He's good side Feyenoord, but the main threat is, I think, that Sinister, the deadly, and Berghuis is a smart player. He's the kind of player we should sign, number 10, good player, but it's like all players, do they want to come to Scotland? This is the thing, sometimes they don't want to come here. But,
I think I've also got one of the Touré family playing for them as well, I can't remember his name.
Well, interesting stuff there, and we'll bring in Ronnie. How we doing, Ronnie?
How you doing, guys? Great chat tonight again, once again.
What's your top three managers, Ronnie? Obviously, you're in your early 30s, mate, so...
Cheers for that. I'm probably older than you, big guy.
Oh, now, Ronnie, don't go mad.
Well, there's only Methuselah older than Bridgman.
It's great with a couple of brandies can do, So, no, I was listening to your chat there about the players and that, and I was enjoying it because that's totally my era, when Sooners first came. I started in the late 70s, getting took to the games, I always remember the first games I went to, took with my uncle, was the Hibs Scottish Cup, when we replayed them about 3 times.
That was the final, 1979.
Aye, was it 79? Was it? I knew it was late 70s. That was my first games when I was carried out the turnstiles.
Ronnie, I might be older than you.
just a big bit. But I grew up right through the Sooners thing and the 9 in a row and all that. And I think the best player for me, just for pure wind-up factor, was Terry Hurlock. That man done so much damage. He done so much damage. He came and he was just a knuckle dragger, at the beginning. But he grew into Rangers, and it became no a bad player for us. But it was more, I just loved him for the wind-up factor for everybody else, because they couldn't get their head around this guy in the centre of our midfield. And I thought the job he done for us was brilliant, I thought, because he just totally allowed our other ball players to get in about their business. All the other teams were worried about him coming in and hoffing him. I don't know what you guys think about him,
35 games for us, 2 goals. Let me see. Who was his goals against? One against Hearts and one against Celtic. I think the Celtic game was the day there was no Celtic fans at Ibrox. They were banned. Yeah. He was red carded once away at Parkhead.
Yeah. That's an amazing stat. That's an amazing stat, isn't it? He was only red carded once, for what he done. And the reputation he had,
You were a fan, Bridge, weren't you?
Sorry, were we speaking about Hurlock?
Aye,
absolutely. I would have had him in my team any time. For a defensive player, sort of centre halves. He was the man you would give the body. He would break the ball up in front of you, and invariably it broke to you if it was coming back the way, and you could just pass that ball to him. He wouldn't try and dribble. He would find a man. He'd just push it out to the next guy who can play football. And my God, could he tackle? Wonderful tackler. And I'm not saying he was a dirty player, but a wonderful tackler of the ball. A lot of the times he took the ball as clean as a whistle. People couldn't believe it. All they wanted to know was how many legs did he break, type of thing, you know. I thought he was a great player.
I thought his long hair done him an injustice because it made him look like a madman, you know. He
was a madman, really, wasn't he?
GFK at that particular time, there was a guy come in, and I think if the 3 foreigners rule hadn't come in, he'd have been maybe a Hall of Famer, because he got Rangers-itis, and I thought he was a better player than we all gave him credit for, was Nigel Spackman.
Oh, Nigel Spackman was a cracking player. He was a great player, mate. One of my favourites. Just, I'd have liked to have seen him stay a lot longer. I'd like to have seen him come a lot earlier as well to Rangers. Fantastic player. Beautiful touch. Good tackle.
I don't know if you guys will agree here, but I thought Spackman was a double Gary McAllister. I thought the two of them were like exact same mirror image, the way they played and everything.
Maybe I can't see that myself, but I'll be quite honest. I know he's our assistant manager, but I thought Gary McAllister was quite a mediocre player. I think he was. I just make you laugh at that. I don't know. I didn't like him at all as a player. It was just me. I thought he was too fussy a player. Nigel Spackman for me, I thought was that.
You've got to remember, he thought Pelé was lazy and all. You've got to remember that. What was the other one you said? Maradona. He's only got 1 foot.
I'd only got 1 foot. 1 horn and all. It's a good horn.
But he had two horns, aye.
Yeah, I think Spackman was a smashing player. I don't rate him anywhere near as highly as Oxford does, because Oxford's a really big fan of his. But I thought he was a smashing player, great player for the Rangers. But it might have been more of a luxury type player. He was a lovely passer of the ball as well. Brilliant, great player.
Big man, mate.
I don't know about you guys. Sorry to interrupt you, big guy. I don't know about you guys, but I think one of the best players we ever had, and he doesn't. I don't think he gets the recognition he should. Was David Robertson, because I think that guy just so complimented Laudrup so much, whereas I think Laudrup took a lot away his steam, because Laudrup was the main thing at the time. But I think David Robertson was absolutely outstanding fullback.
I was underrated, mate.
On his game, he was absolutely outstanding, you know.
We'll bring James in and get his thoughts and some of his favourites for the past, James.
Well, being at Barcelona and being hit by a Spanish policeman with a big baton at that time in 1972, I always remember that game. That was the most exciting game I've ever been to. It was fantastic seeing Rangers win the Cup Winners' Cup. I went from London. So I always think Willie Waddle is #1 manager. And then I always like to hear of, what was the Dutch coach we had? I always thought, I remember being in the Bayern then, because I was learning German actually at that game, and I think we're playing them, and I thought Barry Ferguson was absolutely brilliant. I'm telling you, Barry Ferguson was he was a great player. So Advocat had a fantastic midfield, and they played football. They were great, actually. And then I liked the Souness era, that of course, when he came and he did all these good things and had all these English players. So that was my 3 favourites.
Great shouts there. Stardom, that's what we're going to have to do to you. We'll get you somewhere, put you in the end and get you to learn English, right?
That's what to do, mate. But going on to Barry Ferguson's one of my heroes. One of the most underrated captains I think we've ever had. What a hero. What a guy. Love Bazza.
Ferguson had some fantastic performances. The game that James mentioned, was that the game that Michael Moles got hurt in?
Oh, there's an elbow on my heels.
No, it was at home that game, but I just thought Barry Ferguson was brilliant. Yeah.
See, they two were Moles. See, before Moles got that injury, just when you brought him up there, Rocks, has anybody actually ever seen a player to date that could turn on a ball as fast as that guy could? He could turn on a sixpence. He was just deadly. Against Parma in the Champions League, he had 4 players run about him and things like that, and nobody could get near him. Michael Moles could have been one of the best strikers the world's ever produced if he never got that injury. I honestly do believe that. But as for Barry Ferguson, see if you look at his stats as a captain and things like that, they're right up there, mate. I mean, see if the fact that I loved him, then he led us out in a European final and things like that. It's just, the only thing he never did was win, is it, mate? But I think his stats are right up there. And Rangers meant everything to him and all. He was a proper Rangers player.
Another proper Rangers player for me is Derek Parlin.
Oh, I met him on Saturday night.
Did you, mate?
I was talking to him on Saturday night.
Oh, Derek Parlin was a cracking player.
Me and Corby Loyal were talking to Derek Parlin on Saturday night.
Really?
Because I was stood up with Fox.
All right. Maybe he was doing a bash that night. Maybe he was doing his underwear that night to go with the bedding and that.
You don't have to give him some stick, you do.
Derek Parlin, I thought
he was in the gang hut, GFK.
Was he? Aye. Oh, I thought he was a cracking player, fearless. And
I'll tell you what, he's aged better than me and you.
As if aye.
He's not changed a bit.
Oh dearie me. That doesn't say much for us.
There's one guy that probably doesn't get the recognition he's due, and it's because he's short term, was Marco Negri. See you watch that guy's goals back.
No medals, mate. No medals. Never won a medal.
I know he's no medals, but I mean, I know, but up to the time when he got his squash ball problem, up to that minute, it always bugs me is to say how far could the guy have went, you know?
Was it 44 goals up until Christmas?
Aye. If he hadn't played that game of squash with Sergio Perini at the time, what could it have been for us? You know, you watch his, the guy, and like say, your man was mentioning there about Moles turning on a sixpence. You watch a couple of his goals, and he turned defenders inside out and scored outside the box, inside the box, by the heat, you name it. He scored goals with every bit of his body.
I take it you like him.
Lobbing the keeper for 30 yards and all that, you know, stuff like this. That guy was so skillful, and he was doing it every week for us up till Christmas, and then he'd done that stupid game of squash, and then that was it. It was all downhill after that. But just my mind always thinks, you know, what could have been with him. But the other thing after that is that guy is absolutely still Rangers daft. You know, you watch him on Twitter, and he's constantly in dialogue with all the Bears and everything. You know.
Can I come back in a bit?
That's one of my biggest regrets as to what could have been with him, you know.
Can you come, GFK?
It's the end of my story. My biggest memory of Derek Parlin was.
Sorry, I didn't.
No, you're all right, mate. No, you're all right.
I'm sorry about that. There.
We beat Hearts 4-2, 4-1, 4-2, and Derek Parlin scored every goal. He scored the 4 goals that day. That was,
he got 5 at Dunfermline. Remember, he scored
5.
That's
right. So he did. I remember at the old. We used to all do that. We done the bouncy back then. But that was to keep warm because it was the roof for it. On Tynecastle at that time, and Derek Parlin scored 4 goals. If I remember right, the crowd was about 30,000. That just shows you how the grounds have diminished because we were all stunning. But that was a cracking game. I did a Fairmont game. That's right, mate. Aye. Forgot about that one.
Guys, there's a Rangers game on YouTube right now, a classic match on YouTube live right now for 2003, Rangers v Livingston. I'm looking at Arthur Newman's shot at our ladsies, Barry Ferguson's. It's on YouTube right now live for some reason. I don't know how that is. Just in case there's interest.
It's not live, is it? It'll not be live, what?
Aye, it's coming up live right now, live stream, it's coming up live stream.
So the stream's live, but the game's no live.
The stream, obviously the game's no live. It's the 2003
Brilliant. Brilliant.
God's sake, man.
Listen, can I just ask you a question? Can I just ask everybody a question? We went through and spoke about a whole raft of players there who, in our mind, were absolutely fantastic. Would any of these players manage to get picked for the Scotland team tonight?
Well, I don't.
No, I don't mean were they good enough.
No,
because would they have got picked?
No, because Steve Clark's the manager.
We'll go to Smurf.
He doesn't want to answer you.
Come in, Smurf. Come on, Smurf. I'll bring in Fox. Fox, some class players there. Obviously, they weren't all Scottish, but they were all. I think it was a bad player mentioned.
No, terrific signings. One of my favourites, not going back too long ago, and I think we could David just now as a player like Jorge Albert's, mate.
Oh, please.
We need that player that can have a decent pass, see a good forward pass, get forward into the box, and mostly the shooting power for outside the box. God, how we could do with him in this present team.
A devastating presence, wasn't he, Fox? A devastating presence. Fabulous shot. Fabulous shot.
Some player JFK.
Many players would get into the Scotland team.
None of them. They wouldn't get picked, pal. They wouldn't get picked.
Well, my Scotland team being McCoy, Jarvin Madison, Greg Johnson, Smith, McLean, Cohen, Steen, McDonald and Johnson. They would all get into the Scotland team, no.
Oh, I don't know about Willie.
They wouldn't get picked today. They wouldn't get picked today.
Regarding the Scotland team, guys, I think, see the night, and I hate to admit it. I'm not discussing about it. But I was saying to the wife, I hope we get beat. You know? And it's sad that I feel that way, and probably a million other Rangers fans think the same thing. But it's just because of the man that's in charge of him. I don't think the guy he should be where he is. I think he's shooting away above his level.
It goes deeper than that. It goes deeper than that.
There's other reasons as well, but I'm trying to be a wee bit diplomatic here, but I'm thinking that the guy doesn't know how to set up a team. He only knows how to defend.
They're not even
on a plastic pitch.
Aye. It goes deeper than that for me. When Ernie Walker hung Willie Johnson out to dry, that was enough for me. He should have backed Willie Johnson at that time. And as usual, the SFA, they said
Willie Johnson wasn't your player then.
Doesn't matter.
When Willie Johnson played with West Brom then.
Played with West Brom, I know that, but he hung him out to dry. Willie Johnson's a Rangers legend.
But they done the same with Derek Johnson, didn't they?
He did it with so many of them. Davy Robertson, he never get all the squads he was turning up to, and he wasn't getting a game ahead of Maurice Malpass. You would be joking.
There's the night again, Ryan Jack.
That world
gesture, you know.
World class player was getting in front of him. Tommy Boyd.
Excuse me. What's that player, that?
Brilliant.
You back Smith?
I could hear you, but I couldn't somehow take myself off mute. I don't know what was the matter. It was playing up. So
we've decided you're bad for quizzes. Once you've been caught cheating, shouting out the answer late and saying you got it right, and then you've been caught googling in the night. So JFK's JFK's Bargy. Is that right, JFK?
Well, there was somebody googling there. I'm hearing clicky in my headphones there, and I'm saying, wait a minute. At least I put my hands up and said, no.
And fair play, and do you know what? I commend your integrity. I would have done the same, JFK. I would have done the same.
I was just going to say the same as Wheels and say follow, and I maybe get away with it. Oh, Billy boys. Something the best. Wheels, if you're listening.
All right, I'll say Peaky Boys then.
What was your question anyway?
I can't remember now. We were talking about players.
Scotland, no.
No, I wasn't that. We were talking about. I can't remember. Barry Ferguson, Stardug was raised Barry Ferguson, and Barry at times was he was absolutely top drawer. I mean, some of the performances he had against real world-class teams. I don't think he got the credit when he was starting out, you know.
No, I think...
Can you mind when he was a boy? Can you mind when he was a boy? He was playing against Man U?
Ronnie.
Aye, sorry.
Right.
I think it was it Leverkusen we played? Away?
Aye, we had that.
And he, I'd be about 97 or something. And he had that turn, remember that turn that he just turned their whole midfield. It was brilliant. And their manager was saying, he's way back in, was saying, he's worth 17 million and that. That's when you really stood up and took notice of him, you know.
Fox, did he ever fulfil his real potential?
Oh, it's hard to say. He got quite high up in the game as it was, did he know? I thought he was a good... he was a very good player, mate. I think he was assisted with the midfielders that played around him, that gave him the options that he had.
Aye.
But he was definitely controlled on the ball, hard worker in the team, good tackler and all. And when he could be bothered getting forward, he was a real threat in the box, you know. Good captain.
I think Barry Ferguson believed too much in the hype about himself. And I remember I watched a YouTube interview he done, and I remember saying that he knew after 2 weeks he'd made the biggest mistake of his life by moving away for Rangers. I just think what a fantastic player Barry Ferguson was for Rangers, you know.
Right.
He was a fantastic player. Some of the games he played was absolutely mind-boggling at times. But I just think at that time the hype got too big, and we decided to sell him because he'd made the known that he would like to go elsewhere, and he wanted to try the big picture, as they say, down south. So he made a big mistake. He done well for Blackburn down there, and then obviously he ended up Blackpool and teams like that, you know, after he'd come back up here and down there.
Can I just come in there?
Great player for Rangers.
Sorry, can I just come in there? I think I think the club he went to was just a mistake. He should have went to a bigger club. And I think with better players, it could have been maybe a success down there. But he had a great career and a great Rangers player. But in terms of his talent, I don't think, dare I say, I don't think he was as talented as his brother, who never went on to have the Rangers career that he did. But I think Derek Ferguson was certainly more talented. I don't know what you think of that.
Different type of football. Aye, different type of players. Mm-hmm. You know, Derek could get the ball and dribble. Well, it wasn't really Barry's game. But Alex, when you come, Bridge.
I was just going to say exactly what you said. I remember him coming in I seen him as I was a youngster, and at that time he was by far and away the best and most clever football with a ball at his feet. Very tricky player, marvellous to watch. And he came in and he did what he did, and then I think he went away to Hearts. And the next thing, Barry Ferguson's in, and the difference because of the difference in position. Barry Ferguson, great reader of the game, great mover with the ball, and no bad at tackling as well. Quite good at tackler, but good shot on him. Good thinker of the game. I like Barry Ferguson for that. He was always nibbling at people's ears, during the game. Good captain material that was, Great.
I'm just watching him now. I'm still watching this game now, and I'll tell you what about this for a back four? Newman, Amoruso, Moore, and Rickson, with Ferguson and Arteta in midfield, Avaladze in the right, McCann in the left, and Moles up front. That's what I'm watching now. And Barry Ferguson's he's off the chain.
You were born in a wrong era, mate.
I'm sorry for disturbing you. We'll come back to you Monday night.
just because that back four, mate, that's some back four, isn't it, really?
Aye, fantastic.
Can I come in for a second?
Aye, of course you can, James.
I I look forward to meet you all in October. It's not too far away now. But I'll go now, and just before I go, I just want to say I was watching the Luxembourg game, and Jan's the captain, the right back's a great player. You'd be, if Tavernier ever left, I think you'd be a good replacement. But I'll go, and I'll speak to you soon. Okay, take
All
care.
right, James, don't be a stranger. Come back in soon.
Thank you. Bye. Bye now.
Hi guys. I'm just listening to Stardog here mentioning about that back four. I can remember sitting there, and I don't know if you guys would agree here. Amoruso, definitely. I would put him next to Goff. But see, like say Craig Moore, I remember Craig Moore used to get dogs abuse. He wasn't the most favourite defender for the Rangers fans. He used to make a lot of mistakes and all that, and I always remember him. He used to get dogs abuse. I don't know if you guys agree with that.
He was a bit of a whipping boy when he was first in the team, but he won the fans who are JFK, didn't he?
Of course he did. I mean, I thought Big Moore was a cracking big player, you know. But on a hard fan base to please, and that, we know what happened when Martin Hateley came and Alain McCoist as well. So, you know, we're looking for quality in our team, and I think that Big Moore became a quality defender for us. I thought he was a cracking big player, and it certainly made our back four strong. So Craig Moore, I remember he was getting a bit of pelters at times, but it came good in the end. So I'm pleased about that. I was a good player.
Well said, JFK. I think he won the fans over in the end. There was some fans a wee bit concerned that he wasn't doing what he thought he could do, and when he tried to do certain things, it just didn't come off. All that kind of nonsense. But he certainly won the fans over.
Do you know on Sky, Stardog, you get these, I don't know if you've got Sky, so you get these snippets, 15-minute games. A lot of the time it's the old firm. And it was, say, 1997, the New Year's game, 1997. And the big Dane scored the 2 goals for us. Albert scored a free kick. Craig Moore was playing in midfield next to Gasser that night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So he wasn't actually, because I thought he was originally signed as a fullback. Is that right? No.
It became a centre half, mate. Hard as nails.
I liked him, mate. I grew up in a lot later era than you guys, but I thought he was solid. I thought Amoruso was more. There was more chance of getting a stake out of Big Ammo. I thought aye, no chance of that, mate. I'm only 27.
And your point is?
That's Oxtear's collar size. How did you know that?
You might be right there. Remember, it used to be my waist, now it's my collar. Oh boy.
I'll tell you what, guys, it's brilliant tonight. Really good.
When I get hit, he gives me his old shirts when they're too tight for him. They're baggy on me.
Aye. I don't know. Aye.
And their tidy midfield player we had, Mikel Arteta.
Nice player. Who was it mentioned? It was yourself that mentioned Barry Ferguson and went to Blackburn.
Aye.
There was a guy went to Blackburn after Barry.
Two guy.
Amoruso.
Two guy. What a player he was, man.
What a player he was, man.
Aye.
What a player he was.
Yes, he was quality. He was a
quality
midfielder, wasn't he? Quality midfielder.
Definitely.
I don't know if
sorry, you go, bud.
I don't know. Was it sort of watched the thing? Was it Soccer AM or something like that? And I watched him saying he was talking about most gifted players that he'd ever coached. He mentioned Cooper. I think he said Graham Lasso. Not Graham Lasso. Matt Letizia. What we're talking. Matt Letizia was the most talented player he ever coached. We mentioned Cooper, but the other one he mentioned was two guy. It's unbelievable, you know.
Denny's catch Soccer AM on Saturday.
No, I never seen it. No.
Alan Hutton was a special guest.
All right.
Good. A lot of good things he said about Gers.
Aye.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. I butted in there.
Jimmy, I see that he's free at the moment. Alan Hutton.
Would I take him? Aye.
No, I'm saying I see that he's free.
Aye.
Oh, sorry, you're asking a question. I do apologise.
If Rangers could get him, I'd take him. Honestly. For a season anyway, I'd take him. He's a free agent.
Yeah.
35. I mean, we brought the phone. Remember we bought Davy Beer at 35 and he's played till he's 42. 36 he played till he's 42. So
take him on pay as you play.
Aye, it wouldn't bother me, Ronnie. I'd take him. Aye.
If that suits him, you know, if he only gets paid if he plays, you know.
It was asked a question.
If he plays.
It was asked a question, but you know, he says I'm a free agent. If ever might say, would you ever think you could ever see yourself back at Rangers? Says you never know. Who knows?
Well, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? That would be interesting.
He had a lot of good things to say about Rangers. You know, he didn't want to leave. He says, but there was an offer there for Rangers. He says that they couldn't refuse.
Do you remember when they had to leave? Remember it?
Charlie Adams says the same stuff, mate. Of course they're going to say nice things because they would love a road back, and I wouldn't have Alan Hutton back, mate. I really wouldn't. I just think for what reason? We've got Tav there, we've got Polster, even Flanagan when he comes back. I just think they're all at a different level now for Alan Hutton. His time's been and gone with Rangers. I wouldn't have him back, same as I wouldn't have Charlie Adam back. I know he was going to pine for a move back in the summer and all.
I think
any of them back.
I think it would be optimistic to suggest that Polster's at a different level for him, mate.
I'm not saying he's at a different level, mate. I'm saying he's at a different age, different stage of his career. Alan Hutton, it would be fourth in the pecking order, in my opinion, mate. That's my opinion, and I just don't think... What age is Alan Hutton, 34?
When Davy Weir came, right, so would you say Davy Weir was finished when he came to Ibrox?
Not a chance, mate, but I just think, what's the chances of getting another career through the door?
He's another Jersey who... I think if there was a chance, I would take him as part. If he was willing to come to Ibrox as part of the squad and enhance the squad as a backup, whatever. Right. I think Alan Hutton would bite the horn off you.
What about this Claudio Marchisio story that broke today? Has anybody seen that?
Sir?
The Claudio Marchisio story that broke today?
No.
Apparently Rangers were in talks with him and he knocked his back to go to Monaco, but something's not went right at Monaco and Rangers could still get him.
Right.
Would them to take him? Would them to be happy with signing Marchisio?
Is this official? Is this official?
Yes.
Aye, well, it's official on his side.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Are Rangers interested in this guy?
For the club. Aye, well, they were in talks with him.
They spoke to him, yes.
To sign him. And it's for the club and for him as well, for his agent. That Rangers
that's definitely this season you're speaking about, yeah. It's definitely this season you're speaking about.
Before the windy, they were in talks to sign him.
And he said no. That happens all the time, doesn't it, really? Do you think that is he now a free...
as well, you know?
Is he a free agent?
Marchisio?
I think he was. I think he was, Bridge, but I think it's.
He was a free agent, a free signing, so he was free transfer.
Right, okay.
The story I read was Bridgeman that he went to Monaco for talks with Monaco. Obviously, the money and things like that there is crazy, so he got a lucrative offer over there. I think he knocked us back. But the last I'd heard was maybe about an hour before I come on the show. I read an article saying that the Monaco wasn't a done deal yet. And there would still be a chance he would maybe come to us in January or whatever. I don't know how it would work. I didn't read right into it because I don't really look too much into these stories. But it's the past couple of days it's been creeping up. So I thought I was going to look into it. And apparently he knocked his back. But he would have been a great player to get.
Can I ask you all a question?
You'll need to hold that question, JFK. You'll need to hold that thought. We've reached that time of the evening. Bridgeman.
Oh, tell you what a marvellous evening. Well done to everybody. Some great questions. So my memory's knackered now. I'll be sleeping for about 3 days to recover for that quiz that Oxtear put us through. Seriously, just fantastic. Well done to everybody. Well done to Oxtear for running that. It was superb. And can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, and particularly Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, every single one is, keep it going for the Rangers, because the Rangers, they're going to need us. Keep it going.
Yeah. Can I thank all the callers this evening? Thank all the boys in the panel. Excellent show. Thank everybody for listening to the lobby. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back Monday night between 9 and 11. Telling them all things Rangers. Take it away, Fox.
There's a pub in Green Street where all good proddies you will meet. So come down here and together we'll have a jab. A welcome there you will receive, so good that you won't want to leave. A fine wee pub is Saltcoats Mermaid Bar. You'll hear the sash and Derry's walls, just like in your own wee orange halls. The banter here you will enjoy, as long as you're a proddy boy. A good time in the Mermaid is had by one and all. We all support the Queen and Crown. The prices here are the best in town, and the bar staff, they are one terrific crew. Everyone laughing, full of cheer. It's one tremendous atmosphere, singing to support the red, white and blue. You'll hear the sash and Derry's walls, just like in your own wee orange halls. The banter here you will enjoy, as long as you're a proddy boy. A good time in the Mermaid is had by one and all. It's nice to come to the Mermaid Bar when Rangers are playing at Ibrox Park. You'll forget your worries and all your cares, singing songs against the Thames before you watch the Rangers win. For everyone here supports the Teddy Bears. You'll hear the sash and Derry's walls, just like in your own wee orange halls. The banter here you will enjoy, as long as you're a proddy boy. A good time in the Mermaid is had by one and all. If you are up from Belfast town, Tyrone, Fermanagh or County Down, Armagh, Antrim or London, Derry shores, the Mermaid is the place for you, so come and have a drink or two. Next time in Saltcoats you'll want to come back for more. You'll hear the sash and Derry's walls, just like in your own wee orange halls. The banter here you will enjoy, as long as you're a proddy boy. A good time in the Mermaid is had by one and all. You'll hear the sash and Derry's walls, just like in your own wee orange halls. The banter here you will enjoy, as long as you're a proddy boy. A good time in the Mermaid is had by one and all. A good time in the Mermaid is had by one and all. A good time in the Mermaid is had by one and all.